Well, hello everyone. This is the Plastic Critic, where we collect, complain, and embrace our inner child. So for this video, I thought it'd be a cool idea to rank the Barbie face sculpts. So this video is definitely for my Barbie fans and Barbie collectors. So if you're not a Barbie fan or if you're not a Barbie collector, you could still stick around, but you may not be as interested in this video. But for the rest of us Barbie fans, I feel like this would be a fun little video. So basically, I'm going to be breaking down the video into three categories: the most overrated face sculpts, the hidden gems. So basically the ones that are a little underrated but are so beautiful to me, and I think that they deserve to be talked about. And then lastly, the last category is basically the ones that I absolutely hate. Now, I will say that a lot of this is based on my personal opinion, but also from what I see in the forums and what I see people talking about, especially when it comes to the more popular face sculpts. But a lot of the ones that are like the ones that I hate or the ones that I think are hidden gems, a lot of those are based on my opinions. So again, if you disagree, it is perfectly fine. Let me know in the comments why you disagree. I will be ranking them 1 through 10, and I decided to pick top 5 in each category. So I thought that would be fun and just easier to understand. And yeah, if you feel that I should have mentioned a face sculpt, if there is a particular Barbie face sculpt that you feel should have been mentioned in this video, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll start right now. Okay, so the first category that I'm going to be doing is going to be the overrated but also very well loved face sculpts. And this doesn't necessarily mean that they're all overrated, but they're all pretty much everyone's favorite or very well loved. So starting off at number 5, I'm going to be ranking the Steffi face sculpt. Now I have 3 dolls with this particular sculpt in my collection currently, and these are pretty much the ones. We have the Styled by Design Bill Greening number 3 doll. We have the what is this, Barbie Rewind doll, and then we have the Midge, the Rare Chase Midge Barbie Deluxe that came out, I believe it was earlier this year. So this is pretty much it. Or actually, did she come out this year? She came out last year. I don't remember. But anyways, so this is the Steffi face sculpt. Now, there is so many dolls with the Steffi face sculpt. I believe the very first Black Barbie had the Steffi face sculpt. And then there was also a character named Whitney that would always have the Steffi face sculpt. There's also a variant of the Totally Hair Barbie with the Steffi face sculpt that's extremely rare and extremely expensive and very difficult to find because she was released in another country. But she also has the Steffi face sculpt, and a lot of people really love this face sculpt. And to be honest, I can see why. A rank from 1 through 10, I'm going to give the Steffi face sculpt a 9 because I think she's so pretty. Like, she definitely gives girl next door. I love her facial expression. Like, if you can see in some collector dolls, she just has the most gorgeous facial expression, and she looks so pretty as a side glance, and she also looks very pretty just looking straight forward. So it's one of those face sculpts that I feel like is very versatile, and you could do like all types. Like, as you can see, I have so many different variants and different races, and she looks good in every single race, every single like hair color, every single variant. Like, you just can't go wrong with the Steffi sculpt. Like, I just feel like there's something so unique and special about it, and I think that's why it made the list, because she's very, very well loved. The next face sculpt to make the list is going to be the Teresa face sculpt, the classic Teresa. I love Teresa so much. She is just like so beautiful. She happens to be the Latina of the Barbie group, and she for a long time was used. Like, I feel like this one is also a very loved face sculpt and a very, I think, a little bit overused though, which is why I am going to be ranking her in 8. Not because I don't absolutely love her, but because I feel like she's amazing. But at the same time, she has been like almost the only face sculpt that they ever use for Latinas. And I feel like it would have been nice to use this face sculpts this face sculpt in a more versatile way, but at the same time also giving us more variations of like Latina face sculpts. I know there definitely is more, but Teresa's like the more well-known one. So I have two variants of her. I have an early 90s version of her, very pretty, and then I have a more current version of her, which definitely looks so beautiful. This is the holiday 2024 Barbie. Definitely ignore the outfit. I know the outfits aren't the best on the holiday Barbies, but I bought this doll on sale because she has the Teresa face sculpt and I loved her face. I thought she looked absolutely gorgeous. I love the base doll, which is why I got her. But honestly, whether it's 90s Teresa or new upcoming Teresa, current Teresa, I feel like she is so well loved and definitely deserves a spot on this list. Next up on the list is the CEO Generation Girl face mold. Very popular in the early 2000s and all the way up until the mid and even late 2010s. Actually early 2010s, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is what she looks like. I feel like she's basically the face that you think of when you think of Barbie. I feel like everybody always thinks of this face. She was very popular and still is. A lot of people love this face sculpt. However, me personally, she was never my favorite. Although I didn't hate her, I just feel like she wasn't my favorite, but she did make the list because I do know that a lot of people like her. I'm gonna give her a 6 out of 10 just because, like I said, her early face wasn't really the one that I really absolutely loved, but she is still very nostalgic to me because I did have as a kid a lot of dolls with this face sculpt. So I'm going to put her on this list, and I think she's deserving of a spot. However, I will say that in the later 2010s, they did make different versions of her, like where she was repainted, like, and more glamorous. And I feel like she just looked so much better this way. So this is from the I Can Be line, which was very popular in the early 2010s. And she also has the Generation Girl CEO face mold, I believe, and it just looks so much more like modern, and I love the upgrade that they did on her, and she is actually so beautiful. But overall, I feel like CEO Generation Girl like is the Barbie face when you think of Barbie. So definitely a reason why she made the list. Coming in at number 2, we have the beautiful Superstar face sculpt. Now, this sculpt was used for so many years, for so many dolls. Like, oh my God, I feel like if you grew up in the 90s, this was your main idea of Barbie. And it's just so well known, and it's such a cute little face sculpt. I think she's so darling, so adorable, and such a classic face mold. And like I said, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you definitely remember Superstar Barbie. And I feel like this face sculpt is just unmatched. Like, it's one of those face sculpts that like you just think of your childhood when you look at it, and she is just so pretty. I also feel like it's such a timeless face sculpt. Like, I feel like if they were to use this face sculpt like now, like it wouldn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Like, she would fit in so well. Like, I don't know. I just feel like she's so timeless. She's such a iconic face mold. And I'm going to go ahead and give her a 10 out of 10 because she's Superstar Barbie. Like, I feel like aside from the CEO, like this is like the Barbie face. So yeah. No wonder she made the list. And up next on the list is my personal favorite. It is the Mackie face sculpt. This sculpt is so beautiful. I'm definitely giving it a 10 out of 10 as well because it's one of my favorites. It is so beautiful, so soft, so pretty, so feminine. I love the lip mold. I love the way the eyes are shaped. She's just so pretty. I don't know how else to put it, but she's one of my favorites. And I feel like a lot of people love this mold, but this is also a mold that was definitely heavily overused. Like, I feel like it's been used in so many dolls. Every single time this doll mold is used, I feel like so many people just love it. They love it. And it's like, yes, it's overused, but you're still gonna love it. It's one of those face molds. Like, I don't care how many times they have used this face mold, it remains my favorite, and I will always choose it over any other doll mold. It is just so pretty, and it's also one that looks very beautiful in different skin tones and different like variations. So I love it. I feel like it's another one of those molds that can just rock anything you throw at Mackie, it can rock it. So that is why it made this list. Okay, so our next category is going to be the category of dolls that are not as popular, but I feel like are hidden gems. And basically, they're face sculpts that I feel like should have gotten more recognition or just should be used in more dolls because they're absolutely so darling and so beautiful, and I think they're deserving of some recognition. Okay, so unfortunately for the next sculpt that I'm going to be talking about, I do not have a doll with that sculpt, but it was very well used in the Barbie looks lines, and I will put pictures of the dolls in this video, but it's basically the Andra sculpt. I absolutely love this sculpt. I think she's so pretty, and I decided to put her on the list. And overall, I think this face mold is so pretty. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Coming in at number 4 in the hidden gems category, I decided on Simone. And I love this sculpt so much. It's actually one of my favorites as well. And it's so pretty. First of all, when I look at this mold, it gives me high fashion supermodel. Like, the face alone just screams high fashion, and that's the reason why I love this sculpt. I'm gonna give this sculpt a 10 out of 10 because it is one of my favorites. I love the full round lips. I love the way the eyes are shaped. I love the nose. I love the high cheekbones. It's so pretty. Like I said, it screams high fashion, and it definitely deserves a spot. Up next on the hidden gems list is the BB Carnival face sculpt. Now, I don't have many dolls with this face sculpt. The only one that I own is this Harley Quinn one, and the reason why I got her is because she had this particular face sculpt, and I think this face sculpt is so beautiful. But it's also very mischievous looking, so I can understand why they used it for a villain doll in this particular case. So she definitely has that look like she's up to something or you can't trust her, but she is also so pretty. So like, you don't know. You're like wanting to trust her because she's gorgeous, but like there's something about her that kind of gives that like mischievous kind of like, you know, ordeal. So I love her. I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10 as well because she is so pretty to me. I absolutely adore her, and I definitely think there should be more dolls with this face sculpt. Coming in at number 2 in the hidden gems list is Taya, and she is so pretty. Again, another one of my favorites, so you know I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, but if I say that a face sculpt is one of my favorites, I'm probably gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm being biased. But she really is so darling. She's so cute. She also looks extremely young to me. Like, she looks like she's about like maybe 18 or 19. She's so cute, and I just love her. I love when they put her face sculpt on dolls because I automatically want to get the doll just because of this sculpt. I do have a few dolls with this face sculpt, but this was the only one I could find at the moment. But she is so pretty, and just look at her. I wish they didn't use so much pixelation, but as you can see, her actual sculpt is so pretty. And there has been collector dolls with this face sculpt that I absolutely wish I can get my hands on, but unfortunately they sold out before I can get a chance. But I love this face sculpt, and as long as they keep using it, I'm probably going to keep buying every doll with it because I'm just that obsessed. She's so pretty. Okay, so for the final number 1 spot on the hidden gems list, I chose a sculpt named Selma, and she is absolutely so gorgeous. She's typically used in the Styled By series line of collector dolls, and this is basically a series that's just basically styled by, and then it's like a stylist, a major like either influencer stylist or celebrity stylist. And last year we had Maeve Riley, and this year we have another stylist. The newest Styled By doll that just came out, Styled By Patty Wilson, has this particular face sculpt, and I cannot wait to pre-order mine because she is so beautiful, and she'll be my first doll with this particular face sculpt that I'm actually able to get my hands on, because every other time they have used this face sculpt, it's only been in other previous Styled By series. The very first one had this face sculpt, and then there was also a Puma Barbie collector doll that also had this face sculpt. So there has been only a handful of dolls that have had this face sculpt, and I think it's so beautiful. Again, very high fashion model. I love the eyes. I love the fact that they have like full lips. It's almost as if like Bratz and Barbie had a baby. I love the full lips. It's my favorite part of this sculpt. She's so pretty, and I hate that there's only so many dolls that have this face sculpt. So I'm super excited to order my Styled by Patty Wilson doll because she has this face sculpt, and I think it's so darling. It's such a pretty sculpt, and it just gives high fashion, and I love it. I love it so much, and I don't know why more people don't talk about it. The Selma face sculpt is definitely getting a 10 out of 10 from me, so go figure. Let's move on to the last and final category of this video, which I'm not going to be showing dolls of because it's basically the dolls that I do not like. And I'm honestly not even going to rank these because they're all face sculpts that I hate, so obviously they're all getting a 0 from me. However, I may own some variants of these dolls, but it's only because it's just a particular doll or it's an exception. I don't know. But we're going to move on to the ones that I particularly don't like. Again, this is just my personal opinion, so if you like these face sculpts, more power to you. But these are the ones that I just don't like as much. So the first one is going to be coming in at number 5 is the Gia face sculpt, and this one is pretty new. They've added her to the Barbie Fashionista. She's been in a few current Playline dolls, and I just don't really like this face sculpt very much. She looks extremely young, but not only does she look young, she looks a little bit out of place. I just feel like every time they add her to a collection, I'm just like, why is she there? I don't know. She looks a little bit like confused and just like puzzled. I don't know. I'm just not feeling her facial expression or her features or just how she looks overall. I just don't like her. She's not my favorite at all. Next up on the list of face sculpts I don't like, it's going to be one of the Ken face sculpts, and it is the newest collector Ken that we've had, the very first one. I do not like his face sculpt at all. I believe it's called the BMR 1959 Tate face sculpt. I do not like it at all. It just doesn't give Ken. It gives more like Ken's best friend or something. I just don't see Ken at all in this particular face sculpt, and the face sculpt alone is part of the reason why I did not like that Ken at all and why I ended up not purchasing him, because just the face is just awful to me. I definitely don't like it. Coming in at number 3, Chelsea. Chelsea, such a scary face sculpt. No emotion, very horrible looking. Compared to the, let me actually show you guys. Compared to the gorgeous, adorable Kellys that we used to have, Chelsea is just a disgrace. A disgrace. I absolutely cannot stand her. I have not bought any of those little dolls because I don't find them cute, and it's one of my least favorite face sculpts. Next on this list is going to be the Teen Skipper face sculpt. Again, just not one of my favorites. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't like it. When I was a little girl, I did not like getting dolls with this face mold because I just didn't like Teen Skipper. I just didn't like her. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's why she's on this list. No reason in particular. I just hate the face sculpt. And last but not least, the number 1 face sculpt that I don't like, and y'all know this because I am a hater for this face sculpt. I've been a hater and I will always be a hater, but it is Miss Millie. Now, the only reason why I have that particular doll with the Millie face sculpt is because I actually like her. That fairy doll is an exception. There's a few Millies that are an exception to the rule. I will say Millie is not always painted to her highest potential. When she is painted right and she doesn't have a pixel face, she kind of looks a little bit cute, but I still don't feel like she gives Barbie. And to me, she just isn't Barbie. I don't know. I hate her face sculpt so much. I have always been a Millie hater and always will be a Millie hater. So that's why she's on this list. Yeah, I cannot stand Millie. And she will forever be on the list of doll sculpts I hate. And then the final thing I'm going to be talking about in this video are my personal top 5 favorite face sculpts. And these are just based off of just me, like the ones that I like the most in my collection. So yeah, let's talk about them. So I've already talked about maybe 3 of them. I've talked about Taya, I've talked about Mackie, and I've also talked about the Simone face sculpt. So those 3 are in my list, and I absolutely love them. They're some of my favorites. Of course, the Selma, and then there's these 2 that I have not mentioned, but it is the original Christy face mold that we all know and love from the 90s. I think she's so pretty. I just think her face is so gorgeous. And of course we have Old Deal, and Old Deal is my favorite current Barbie face mold, and I think she's so darling and so stunning. And I just thought I'd finish off the video by letting you guys know my personal favorites. And yeah, let me know what your favorite face sculpt is though. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I just thought it'd be exciting to have a little fun ranking all of the Barbie face sculpts, and let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!